Hey everyone, it's Eric Novak, and it's the end of 2023. What a crazy year it's been in the automotive landscape. I've had a ton of video reviews to do, and I've had some great feedback from you on the channel. What I want to do to end the year, though, is to take a little bit of a look at 2024, especially in the EV space. And so this, my last video on my channel for 2023, is going to take a look ahead to what's happening in the EV space in 2024. Now that we've wrapped up 2023, let's take a look at 2024. I'm going to tell you what I think are going to be the list of EVs that we know are coming out this year that are going to definitely be a hit, which should be a hit, and which ones are going to require a little more watching because I think they'll do well, but there are some factors that just might get in the way. First up, what are going to be the big hits? 2024's big hits, in no real particular order, but here's what I think we've got going on. First up is the Kia EV9. Why is it going to be a hit? Well, it's a 3-row, 7-seat EV crossover, which is in big demand, and Kia has shown already with aggressive pricing. The pre-order book is strong, and you know what? With the success of the EV6 and other EV models in the Kia lineup, there's a lot of pedigree there. This one is going to do well. The Volkswagen ID.Buzz. Yes, it's on sale in Europe now and it's popular, but here in North America, we've been waiting for the long-range extended version, which will be so many nostalgic throwbacks. Will we see that camper ID.Buzz? The buzz is legit, the anticipation is strong, and we're told late in 2024, we'll finally see it here in North America. I'm pretty sure we have two Volvo new entrants that are going to be a big hit. First of all, we have the Volvo EX30. Why? It's small and compact, and that's something that we don't see enough of right now. This move towards these mid-size SUVs has left the small EV, the city dweller market, in demand, and what we've seen so far with the EX30, I did a walk around earlier with it, it is going to be popular. It's compact, aggressively priced, Volvo luxury and safety. This will be a hit. And so too will its cousin, the EX90, but for a different reason. The EX90, of course, is their 7-seat, 3-row, basically the electric version of the popular XC90, but it's got a lot of great new tech. The LiDAR radar is a really cool thing, and overall, I think this is going to be a big hit for Volvo in that 7-seat space. And I'll finish this category by saying I'm quite sure that the Chevy Blazer and Equinox are going to be a big hit. The reason why, of course, is with the departure of the Chevy Bolt, at least in the current version, and we will see a new Bolt, but not until 2025. The Equinox and Blazer are going to be the entry-level EVs for General Motors, and with the new Ultium platform, this has got a lot of high anticipations and expectations from GM from this. We've seen a couple of softer issues so far, but you know, the thing about it now is it's early. Hopefully they'll be resolved, and at a lower price point, I do expect both the Blazer and the Equinox to be big hits this year. Next up are the EVs that I'm all but certain will be a hit, but I'm not going to call them an absolute lock. First up is the Honda Prologue. Why should this be a hit? Well, it's the first EV expected from Honda. But I just don't know enough about it yet. We don't know enough about deliveries, about all the specs that are out there, but some in terms of pricing, deliveries, and availability. So while this should very well be a hit as the first EV from Honda, I'm not going to give it a 100% lock just yet. The Volkswagen ID.7. Why is it going to be a hit? It's a sedan. There are so few sedans in the EV landscape, and I like the fact that we're going to finally have more choice because not everybody here wants an EV and an SUV crossover or a truck. So I think that will be a big hit once it gets here and giving the Model 3 a little bit of competition. The Jeep Recon. As we've seen, the Wrangler 4xe, the plug-in hybrid, is the most popular PHEV in North America, so it only makes sense to finally jump up to a full Jeep EV. Now this is really more Grand Cherokee than it is Wrangler, but it is meant to be that off-roading type of Jeep, and the Recon should be a hit. The Porsche Macan EV. Porsche has seen a lot of relative success with its aspirational Taycan, but Porsche owners want something a little more affordable, so the Macan EV, with being a more practical, small crossover and at a better price point, by all means should do exceptionally well in 2024. And the Chevy Silverado GMC Sierra EV. This should be an absolute lock, it should be an absolute success, but we thought that with the F-150 Lightning and suddenly that pullback there in North America saying maybe we don't want massive, large, big battery truck EVs. Will that carry over into the GMC and Chevy lineup here, especially with the Ultium platforms and some of the challenges they've had with their software? It should very well be a hit, but we'll see. Now here's a list of EVs that I feel good about and I'm excited to see, but I can't absolutely guarantee that they'll be success because of some, well, let's just say peripheral factors. The Fiat 500e, it was once a compliance car, but now it's a mainline entrant, and I think it will do well because, as I said, we need small cars. But it also might not do well because it's a very small car, and it's from the Fiat 500 that has had a mixed review and mixed success story here in North America. So this one will be interesting to follow. Vinfast as an entire brand is going to be interesting to watch. The all-electric Vietnamese automaker, which is here now with the VF8 and has had a bit of a rough start in some areas, and some press which has been negative, not entirely justified, however, is going to maybe impair some of its success. But we have 3 models coming out in 2024. The VF9, which is a 7-seat, 3-row electric SUV, which again is big in demand. I think that will do well. Plus the VF6 and VF7, which are slightly smaller than the VF8 and more price forward, lower priced overall. These should do well with aggressive warranties and pricing. And there is a 4th VinFast model coming out that's going to be debuted in a couple of weeks at the Consumer Electronics Show, what VinFast is calling a mini EV, or the VF3. Now, I'm going to be in Vegas at CES to cover that press conference, so I'm going to have a first look of the VF3 on my channel soon. And you know what? If you're really interested, probably now is a good time to subscribe to my channel if you're not. And if you are, well, you should be making sure you've rung the bell so that as soon as that video is up, you'll be notified. I'm also interested to watch the Acura ZDX. Yes, Z, I'm in Canada, not Z, but you can call it the ZDX if you want. Like the Honda Prologue, it is the first electric model in the Acura lineup. There's so little known about anticipation or brand loyalty for EVs in the Acura space, but it'll be fun to watch. I'll be curious to watch the launch of the Cadillac Escalade IQ. Why? Well, we've seen that huge luxury big EVs in North America are not as popular as once thought, but will the flagship Cadillac converted to EV have the popularity that they expect? We shall see. Similar to that will be the Jeep Wagoneer EV, also slated to launch in 2024, the full-size Jeep passenger hauler. Again, it's in the luxury space, but will it be welcome? We shall see. The Dodge Challenger EV. Now, this one has got a lot of people scratching their heads because the Challenger, hey, it was this anti-establishment, in-your-face, guttural V8 growl. Will that same love for that sort of type of vehicle carry over when it's an EV? This could be a big gamble for Stellantis in the Dodge name, but I'm definitely going to be watching that one. And of course, we have to mention the Tesla Cybertruck. Yes, we've seen slow deliveries finally coming out at the end of 2023, but there are still so many big questions about this truck. Can Tesla ramp up its production schedule and get deliveries out faster? Have they figured out all the issues with building from stainless steel? This one we're all watching, and it's something that is going to be a big question mark by the end of 24, how this Cybertruck has really fared. And of course, there are other brands that we should be keeping an eye on. They are the new upstarts, the newer EV entrants and EV companies in general. We'll be interested to see how companies like Rivian and Fisker and Polestar continue to evolve, but these will all be interesting to watch in 2024. Now that's my list. It's not exhaustive. What do you think? What are you going to be looking out for? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this sort of rundown, why not share it for me too? I hope you enjoyed this. Take a look at what's coming up in 2024, and thank you for watching. I'm Eric Novak. We'll see you in the new year ahead.